Man, shout out to Janae, man. She got us really going in today. Really going in. I love the order of the album. Especially I want to say like the first like 8. Almost like the first 8 or 10 is like a whole story of a woman going through a breakup. BS is probably my favorite song on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my favorite one.
That's your favorite? I find it quite hilarious. It just sounds like 2 petty women.
Okay. We're back on the savage. Like, okay, that heard you. Say less. Say less. I toned it down for you, and now you wanna. All right.
Yes.
I got something for you.
I have a question for you, Khadijah. Janae says, some of y'all ain't never had no real bitch, and it shows. Excuse my language, ma.
Gotta say itch.
Yeah, you're right. Some of y'all ain't never had no real itch, and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
What does a man that's had a real itch look like?
In my opinion, I think it's a guy who is very sure of himself, but not cocky. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that understands like love is a two-way street. I think there's a lot of dudes out there that's like, yo, you're supposed to serve me and supposed to do this, that, and the third. And it's very quick to tell a woman, and I'm speaking in my perspective, so that's why I'm saying this, but very quick to tell a woman like, yo, you got to do this, this, and that, but they're not bringing nothing to the table, right? Yeah. And I think it connects with what you were saying about your, I don't know, the love tank. I'm not married, so I ain't that goddamn book. But what I'm saying is like, you both people got to pour into it, right? Yeah. So, you know, if you're somebody that had a real bitch, like you're bossed up, you know what I mean? You're about your business. You know, I don't want to say it in a rude way, but you know your place, essentially. You just got some sense to you. Like, you just about your shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my real ones out there.
I was gonna say simply,
just have me like really
look at myself. You know, if you ever see it.
Oh God.
Look at me. I'm Exhibit A.
Okay. Try to speak on that, Jalen.
Try to speak on it.
What has a real itch done?
Like you wouldn't say that about your woman, Tyler.
What has she done?
You wouldn't say that about your own woman? You wouldn't say you're a prime example A? Exhibit A?
My woman is a real itch. Exactly. I've been balling since day one. You feel me?
Oh my God.
I've been balling since day one.
Yeah.
You feel me? God. All about like my wife, yes, my wife made me want to do better. I'm not gonna say she improved me, but her presence is something that made me want to put work in to like step my game up. You feel me? I think that's what it is. I feel like a real woman don't really need to do much. Like the presence alone should just make you want to like.
Mm-hmm.
Just being with the person you're with is when you're with her. But that you're making somebody better at the same time as you want to improve on your own.
Right, but then you got to be this is what I'm saying. Like, not everybody can date a real itch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, their self-esteem is not up to par yet.
Yeah,
especially
if the woman is that. I feel like that also includes your class. Like if the woman's making way more money than you. You gotta accept the fact, like, hey, she's making more money than me. Sometimes you gotta check your own ego, like, okay, I'm not the breadwinner, but I still gotta contribute. It's not like a competition, it's more like I gotta match her mindset, her level.
Shoot, I'm waiting on that day. I'm waiting on that day when she make more than me quit my job.
He said I told you know what I told Jada? I was like, I hope you get if you get a good job where you could provide for me and make me a stay-at-home dad, I'll quit my job.
So I'll quit, but I'm gonna do something more like I'm gonna be like a business. I'm gonna try to do business. I'm gonna try like just full in on the podcast.
Here's my
stuff
thing.
like
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
When the kids are at school, I gotta find something to do. So I'll figure it out. But I wouldn't mind being a stay-at-home dad. Like
Jay gonna be knitting.
But like if I could do my own thing on the side.
You gonna be knitting clothes.
Just imagine the podcast. If the podcast grows to a humongous level.
First of all, power of language. When
the podcast blows up. When the podcast blows up, you're right. That's what I said back in 2014 when we went 5-0. I was like, when we win our next game,
and we lost the next game.
And the first time I said "if" is when we lost.
See, so I'm gonna need you to like start honing in on your word.
That season was
tough. But anyways. When this podcast blows up, I essentially will become a stay-at-home dad because we'll be working, but like it won't really even feel like work. I feel like once you start working and it doesn't feel like work, it's like that's when you're like, okay, you made it. Especially if my wife makes enough money where I can do that.
Janae Aiko really gives off that real Edge vibe. And I really gotta respect her for it because, for one, she's from LA, so I feel like that plays a part. But to be somebody that's so small, but she really, I like her music because she just really puts like empowerment into, at least from my perspective. She puts a real empowerment to a woman without having to say it. It's just the way she be saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like surrender. Bruh, surrender yourself to me. I'm like, what does this mean, bro? Mm-hmm. You can't define me. Like, damn.
She on her own. She on her own shit.